Yeah, it's live now. So hello guys, welcome to yet another session of the Topper's Talk. Here we talk with the topper about his or her journey, how they reached to the pillar of the success, and we'll also get to know about how they prepared for the GATE exam. And today with us is Mr. Preetham Kalavakunta. He got AIR 64 this year in GATE 2022, and recently he also cleared the NPCIL. Not only the interview, but now he is finally got the offer letter and is about to join the NPCIL. So we'll get to know each and everything from him. So first of all, let me welcome him. So hello Preetham.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the session.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me this chance to share my experience with you and all the other people.
Great. So Preetham, first of all, let the students know from which college and from which city you belong.
Sir, I am a native of Hyderabad, sir. I have done my BTech in Chemical Engineering from University College of Technology, Osmania University.
Okay.
And I am a 2020 pass out in BTech. Then after that, I cleared GATE in that year with a rank of 804, and I had joined IIT Hyderabad, sir, in MTech in Chemical Engineering. Then I have written GATE in 2021, and now this year also have written GATE 2022 also, sir.
So you have experience of giving GATE 3 times.
Yes, sir.
First of all in 2020 when you just passed out in your 4th year. Then in the next year when you are in the first year of MTech.
Yes, sir.
Then in 2022 when you are in second year of your MTech.
Yes, sir.
So you also completed your masters from IIT Hyderabad.
Yes, sir. Recently, sir. Like 15 days back.
Okay, that's great. So first of all, tell me how's the BTech college? How's your journey in the BTech? And which type of student you are in the BTech? More meritorious, like always into the studies, or the funny side? Basically, about the 4-year glimpse that you lived in the BTech.
Yes, sir. Sir, when it comes to my BTech life, I had enjoyed, sir. More than studies, I had done that, sir. And I had never taken something called GATE coaching. I had enrolled in an institute, but I had never gone to that institute, sir. In BTech, then actually after getting the GATE rank, then I came to know some teachers, like there are like you and other sirs. I came to know after everything was over, sir. And if you remember, I spoke with you. You were the one who told me, don't drop any year, take the admission. If you remember that call,
yes,
when we spoke for around 1 hour. So this was the journey, sir. Like I never thought I'll get a GATE rank, and I never prepared also, sir. It was only during this time in my 4th year, I had started preparing, and till today I don't have any material, sir. It's only the PYQs what I have, and the notes that I maintain after listening to any lecture, sir, like your lecture on NPTIL's lecture. That is the thing I followed, sir. And the most important thing is that I enjoyed my BTech life, sir. I had a diploma in German language also.
Okay.
This was my journey, sir.
So you did diploma during the BTech?
Yes, sir. It was a part-time diploma course.
Okay. So that means you can talk in German also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So in the BTech, when you actually started preparing for the GATE exam, like if I talk about the today's scenario, the students start preparing it right from the 2nd year or 3rd year. So in your BTech, when you actually started preparing it?
Sir, I started preparing after my 7th sem started, sir. That was around July 15th when I was in my 4th year.
Okay. So that means not in 2nd year, not in 3rd year, but actually in the 7th semester you started preparing.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
That's great. So you started preparing from the textbooks, or is there any other source?
Sir, like I can tell you the individual subjects, sir. CRE, I had listened to NPTIL lectures, sir. And other things, I was reading the textbooks, sir. Like we have McCabe Smith and all these books, right, sir. McCabe Smith I read for fluid mechanics and all these things. And some parts, like the most importantly, the control valves, sir. If you remember, your video is there on YouTube.
Yes.
it's a 20-minute video. Like that, some concepts I learned from YouTube, sir.
Okay. So to all the students who are doing the self-study right now, if you guys are watching this lecture, so through this lecture, there is a message that if you are self-motivated, then enough material is available right now to prepare self for the GATE exams. Like if I talk about 5 years back or 7 years back, like in my time when I started preparing for GATE in 2012, forget about the material online, there was not even the coaching available, nothing is there. But right now if I talk about 10 years later in 2022, enough material is available. Like the Preetham is saying that the NPCIL lectures is available first of all, and obviously on the YouTube many lectures are available from many faculties. And yes, the textbooks are always there. They are there 50 years back, they are here right now also, and they will be there 50 years later also. So if you are self-motivated and you have a habit of reading from the textbooks, and you are a habit that after reading from the textbook you make your notes and then solve the previous year's questions and do it with honesty, then yes, you can get a good rank. And not only the Preetham, but there are many students who got the good GATE ranks every year with the self-study only. Okay. So Preetham, after reading the subjects from the books or from the lectures, you made your notes and then you solved the previous year's questions.
Yes, sir.
So how much time you revise your notes, or how many times you did your PYQs? Is it only once, or you did it 2-3 times or 5-6 times so that you can remember them? What is your strategy to remember the subjects so that you can attempt that in the GATE exam?
Sir, my strategy was I would read a subject and I would do the PYQ, sir. And whichever PYQs I used to not get, there are groups, I used to take help from people. Sometimes I used to send even questions to you also, sir, if you remember. And I used to make a notes of all these things. And coming to how many times I did the PYQs, as far as I remember, for the first year I gave GATE, I did PYQs thrice, sir. Once during the first round, then in December, then in January, sir. The main mistakes I did in the first 2 years was I never gave a test series, sir.
Okay.
I never gave a test series, and that was the thing, sir. And how I used to remember all the subjects is that, like, if you have formula, sir, now you are going to tell a formula for say adsorption column. Now that how do we remember is that first if we know the concept, we'll be able to remember, sir. Then I used to make a list of all the formulas. I used to paste it on my cupboard, sir. And every day I used to think like this formula is there, why it is coming, and like that even today I can tell you some of the formulas, sir. So that is the way I followed. And when it comes to the revision, I used to read the short notes.
Great.
The points all I accumulated.
So from first of all reading from the book, you make notes.
Yes, sir.
Then you do the PYQs.
Yes,
then
sir.
after revising it 2-3 times, you make the short notes.
Yes, sir.
And then for the formula, you make the formula notes and
Yes,
put it on the cupboard or maybe the wall, and then see it daily and revise it daily. So in this
yes,
way,
sir.
you will
Daily
be
one
able to
subject I used to do.
Exactly, that's great. So you did all this, and then you first time only, you get a rank of almost 800. That is
Yes,
under 1000. That is again a very big thing, because many students, even after the preparation of 2-3 years, are unable to qualify GATE. It happens with many of the students. But if in the first time only you are getting a rank of 800, that was quite impressive. So first of all, very good. And then you admitted into the IIT Hyderabad. So
yes, sir.
Preetham, in IIT Hyderabad, was there the direct selection, or is there any interview process?
No, sir. During my time, it was through COAP only, sir.
Through COAP only. Okay. So tell the students, how's the IIT Hyderabad for the masters? At what rank a student can get the IIT Hyderabad? What is the curriculum? How the faculties? What is the research perspective of the IIT Hyderabad? Is there any placement option there? So as a whole, IIT Hyderabad overview or review from you.
Sir, I'll start from the initial step, sir. That is the cutoff. During my time, for general, it started around 769 rank, sir. Then I was the second candidate, and for general, it ended around 944, sir.
Okay.
During my time, it was COVID, so the competition also was little higher, sir. If you remember that year, 2020. And when it comes to the academics, in first year we have subjects. First semester we have subjects heterogeneous catalysis. Like from Hatta modulus they start, sir. And we have subjects like advanced process control and another subjects like process integration, sir. These are the three main subjects, and you have a basket of electives from where you can elect, sir. You can that is depending upon you. If you are going to go for bio side, you can take the bio electives. For machine learning side, you can take the machine learning electives. The most important part of IIT Hyderabad is that we have a fractal system over there, sir. That means if you are going to choose courses in such a way that in the semester also you may get a break of 1 month. It totally depends on you.
What is
like this?
What is the meaning fractal system?
Sir, like a semester is divided into 3 fractals, sir. Like we have, if it's a 3 credit course, it is going to go for the 3 fractals. If it's a 2 credit course, it's going to go for a 2 fractals, and so on so for 1 credit, sir. So if you are going to choose all 2 credit electives, it's going to end in only 2 So this is the curriculum at IIT Hyderabad, sir.
If the subject is having more credit,
in second semester also.
I'm saying
yes, sir.
If
it will be for the full semester.
More credit, then it will take more time to finish, and if it is of less credit, it will
yes,
take
sir.
less time to finish. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this was the first semester, sir. Then second sem.
Yes.
Second semester has again 2 subjects, sir, like advanced transport phenomena, and one more subject called molecular thermodynamics. These are the 2 main courses, and again you have a basket of electives. Then after this is done, the project takes place like in GATE, sir. After the sem 1, you have to choose your guide depending on your seat. Yes, sir. In the beginning of second semester.
Okay.
Then in second year you have to work on the project, and in our case the labs were conducted in the second year, sir, due to like this is the system at IIT Hyderabad for academics, sir. Overall, it is a very good thing that I had enjoyed, and it's a continuous evaluation like other IITs. And the academics are the subjects are also very interesting, sir. Now, when it comes to placement, sir, if there is someone who is having some background of non-core, and if he is willing to learn over there, then heaven, like sky is the limit, sir.
Oh, that's it.
And when it comes to core, there, yes, sir. When it comes to core, the options are a bit limited, sir. The biggest advantage with IIT Hyderabad is its strength, sir. It is very low. Like it was around 13 in my case.
Okay.
This is the placement scenario and everything at IIT Hyderabad.
So out of 13, overall, if I include the non-core placement and core placement, how many are placed?
In my batch, there were around 9, sir.
9. So that means I can say 70% placement is there.
Yes, sir. Others were interested in PhD.
Okay. That means 100% are placed basically.
Yes, sir. We can say that.
Because if somebody is interested in PhD, then that is also considered as a placement.
Yes, sir. True, sir.
That is great. So in the IIT Hyderabad, because of its location, it gets the benefit of attracting the IT giants, machine learning giants, artificial intelligence, data science. So if somebody has if somebody has the interest in this line, then in the 2 years of masters, they can get the skill, they can work over that skill, because the support is available, the support system is available. Like from the basket of electives, you can choose such type of subjects, or you can also do the certification. I'm sure that some certifications are also there in the IIT Hyderabad in the labs of computers. So during this 2 years time, the person can build the skill, and then in the placement time, he or she can get a very good career opportunity. So
yes, true.
For example, if somebody is from a private college he or she gives the GATE exam, then not getting a very good rank, but in top 1000, and then he gets an admission in the IIT Hyderabad. He or she prepares for this non-core, and then he or she can get a good placement. Let's say I'm saying above 12 lakh. Is it possible?
Easily, sir. Easily, sir. For non-core, if he has some knowledge of Python, SQL, you can get, sir, easily.
You can get easily. So that means somebody is from the private college, because in private colleges there are no placement. So
Yes, sir.
rather than to work somewhere like for 3-4 lakh CTC, it is better to do a master's from some IIT, get a background in the non-core, that may be IIT or maybe something else, because there may be some consultancy companies also,
Yes.
are there. So you can get a good package around 12 lakh or 12 lakh plus. So from that situation, this situation is much better. So to all those
Yes.
students who think MTech is not worthwhile, I just want to say that MTech is very, very worthy, because if you consider the total placement, core plus non-core plus PhD and all, then the scenario will be much better in comparison to what is the scenario in the BTech. So after
Yes.
doing the BTech, if you are not getting a good placement offer, and if you are not getting a good CTC, but you have a good rank, then it's always better to go for the masters, because after masters there are a lot of career opportunities. And if you are interested in the teaching, let's say, you can come in the coaching industry, or you can also join some college for the part-time or contractual work, and then do the PhD along with it. So there are many options available. And in the PhD, there is also an option of the PMRF, that is Prime Minister Research Fellowship. So if you get that chance, then you can get a stipend of 70,000 only in the first year, and then 80,000 onward in the second year, along with your research. So there is a lot of opportunities after the masters, and also you can prepare GATE side by side. Because if you got IIT Hyderabad, that means you must have read all the subjects, you must have made all the subjects notes. So it is just important to revise them. So it is not compulsory to give 8 or 10 hours every day. If you give just 2 to 3 hours a day and just revise the notes and practice some of the questions daily, then that will be enough to get a good rank in the GATE. So Preetham, tell us that how you prepared the GATE, basically in the first year as well as in the second year of the masters, along with the masters, because it may happen that a lot of students are watching us and they are in the IITs or maybe NITs doing the masters. So that will be a good motivation for them to prepare for the GATE if they want to.
Yes, sir. Like, my first motivation in first year was I wanted IIT Bombay, sir. I wanted to shift.
Okay.
But that was the main motivation to write GATE in when I was in MTech first year. During that time, I did not prepare till November end, sir, because my semester was there and my semester exams ended in December. It was that 25 to 40 days gap from December 25th onwards when I prepared for GATEs. Like, I read the notes once and I solved the PYQs, and I just went and gave the GATE exam, sir, when I was in the first year. When I was in MTech first year, like, I got a rank of 416, sir.
That's again.
Actually, I thought I would get a good rank last that year itself, but I made many mistakes, sir. And I should tell one thing, that I never used the GATE calculator until unless I went to the GATE exam. 2 years I did that mistake.
Biggest
2 years I did that mistake, sir.
That is a very, very big mistake.
I used to use the Casio calculator, sir, when I used to do at home. That is one blunder that I had did. And second thing was, I did not give a test series very seriously, sir.
Even after these two blunders, you are getting good ranks, actually. So that means
Yes.
if you gave the test series at that time and also use the virtual calculator, your rank can be much, much, much better.
Yes, sir. My advice is, please use a virtual calculator, sir. Like, that is the thing I did in my MTech second year. I threw my Casio calculator and I started using the virtual calculator.
Very good, very good, very good.
After first year, then I knew that I would not get a good IIT with that rank also, the old IIT, until unless it was ICT Bombay. But I spoke with you and other sirs and many other people. Then I decided I'll stay here. Then when it comes to second year, actually, frankly speaking, like, in second year, the BARC notification came late, sir, last year.
Yes.
And I was preparing for BARC. Daily I used to read in the morning 3 hours, and then I used to do my project work, sir. Either it would be morning or evening. It used to switch, sir. And it was not like that I used to neglect my project work, but I used to give both the same weightage, equal time. Then I fell ill in the last September, sir. I could not give for BARC. I could not give BARC exam last year also.
Okay.
That was the thing
Big
which I felt
setback,
very
big
bad.
setback. Yes.
That was a big setback. Then it was only in December I started preparing again, sir. December 25th. It was Christmas on that day. I remember that. Then there was one test series by you and one other, sir. I wrote these 2 test series. I think I wrote the test series of yours from last year, that Super 30 thing.
Okay.
And other sirs, I had written, sir. This year, that thing I had done, sir. Like daily I used to give 2 tests,
Okay.
in the morning, in the night.
Okay.
Either it would be full length test, one full length test and one subject wise test, sir.
Okay.
If it would be only subject wise test, I used to give 3, 4. But the main thing was that this year I did not do the mistakes what I had done last year, sir. I used the calci what was provided in the test series, and whatever mistakes I used to do, sir, I used to write them at one place. And along with this, the other thing what I had done was, for my BARC preparation, this time I had read other books, like for FM I had read Senjal and Bowles. For heat transfer also I had read Senjal and Bowles. For thermodynamics also I had read Senjal and Bowles. This was a thing, like it took my concept to next level, sir.
Next level, exactly.
When compared to my first 2 years, I did not know what was Senjal and Bowles until I came to MTech first year.
Okay.
That was my situation.
Okay.
I knew only Senjal and Bowles only in my first year ending. Then I started reading. I used to do those examples, and my from the test series from yours and other sirs, I used to bundle these questions and I used to practice. This was the thing I had done. And for general aptitude, I had been preparing for placement, so that was already covered. So this year, like as it was, I was having little free time in Jan. I did all these things, and I went and gave GATE exam thinking that I would not get anything only, like without any expectations. Like my dad used to tell me, you go and give. What will happen, let it happen.
Exactly.
He used to, I used to think, no, 100 rank is, nobody in my BTech college has got till now, at least in the last 4-5 years. How can you expect me to get? So he told, no, you go and give, let's see what will happen. Like my parents used to encourage me. Then, but still, you know, sir, getting a rank under 100, that itself is a big thing. If it comes to your mind, you'll have pressure. Then I gave GATE, sir. GATE exam also this year, as it was IIT KGP, me and with my friends, we analyzed, कम से कम 60 number आना है. Like this was the thing. We went into the hall. We thought 60 number नहीं आया तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, because already we had MTech. And below 100, according to last year, you had to get 70 marks, if I'm not wrong.
Exactly.
And IIT Kharagpur paper is like, we thought it will be very easy, and we all, a group of 4 friends went inside. Then in the GATE exam, I started giving aptitude. I had got all the questions. Then I thought, 70 marks, nowhere they'll go. Then as I went through all the questions, like even the OCT, ICT questions, if you see, sir, chemical technology this year, they had never come before any time. And these all things, I wrote the exam only for 2 hours, sir. I'm telling it on live.
Okay.
I wrote the exam only for 2 hours. Because other questions I was not able to get, sir, at that time.
Exactly.
I know how to solve it, but at that time I could not get it, sir. Like in the last 1 hour, I think I got only 2 questions.
Okay.
Then the mistake this year, one mistake I had done was, never in my life I give guesses, sir.
Okay.
This year I had guessed 3 questions.
3 questions. Okay.
So three of them went negative, sir.
Okay.
The ICT OCT questions. I thought, okay, with 55 marks I'm not going to get anything. let me guess, if my luck works, something will happen. So that I thought that will not backfire me, but that backfired me when
Exactly.
I saw my GATE result.
Exactly.
And if you remember, I spoke with you after GATE exam.
Yes.
Like I thought, I didn't even check my response sheet. I did not check even my result. Like there was one of my friend. They were telling me to check my result. What will happen? I was in the movie hall. I did not check my result. I thought, see, like, okay, paper is tough. 51 marks, you are not going to get a rank below 100, right, sir? Any year that did not happen, if I'm not wrong. I did not check the result. That day midnight I had checked and I was shocked, sir. Like, no, this is not my result. This is somebody's result. Then I sent you the screenshot, if you remember.
Yes.
And you told, no, this is the right thing. Then, like, it took me the next morning to digest.
Next morning to process that, yes, it is my result.
Then that was the time I went back and I saw my response sheet, sir.
Yeah.
There I had noticed I had got 2.33 negative only because of my guesses. So I would say use the digital calculator and never do guesswork. These are the two things I would tell, sir.
That's great.
And write a test series, sir. If not one, write one perfectly. If not one, try for two.
Great.
If time permits. So this was the thing.
Yeah, lot of learnings are there. Lot of learnings are there, and you told one very good thing, that it is always better to use the virtual calculator. We have to be habitual of the virtual calculator, because in our manual scientific calculator, like the one scientific calculator that we are very comfortable with that. Whenever there is any numerical or any calculation, we are very comfortable in doing the calculation from that. But when it comes to virtual calculator, what happens generally, we hesitate, because there is a kind of resistance our mind gives in the virtual calculator. But we forget that now we can use the scientific calculator, but what is the option in the GATE? In the GATE, compulsorily we have to use the virtual calculator. So if now for the practice, you don't do the practice from the virtual calculator, ultimately you have to write GATE with the virtual calculator only. So that means you have to be comfortable with that only, not with the scientific calculator, but with the virtual calculator. So it is very, very important to make a connection with the virtual calculator, so that your mind doesn't feel any resistance in using it. And that can happen only when the students start using it right now and practicing the numericals on the basis of that calculator only. So first of all, this thing that is very, very true. You said very right thing. Second thing that you said, what I feel is continuity. You every day you try to give 3 to 4 hours to the revision and the preparation. Maybe in the morning or maybe in the evening, along with the masters. Okay. That is a very good habit. Continuity is the main key. For all the students who are droppers, basically, maybe droppers or maybe doing a job or maybe started their master's career, for all those students who have already prepared once for the GATE and got good ranks, mainly those students who are 3-digit rankers below 1000, for them that was a key takeaway. Then do the revision every day, give 3 to 4 hours every day, and that will be enough. You are let's say somebody is job going, 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 job is there. Then when he or she comes back home, if 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours he or she can give now, then that will be enough for the GATE preparation, because already you have prepared for the GATE once, and now it's the time to just revise it only and do more practice. And now for the practice, also there are some practice sessions from many faculties on the YouTube on various channels. You can follow that practice portions also. On the NPCIL also, after the subject, there are many practice sheets or assignments given with answers. You can practice from that assignment sheets also. For the PYQs, there are much material available. Let's say from me or from other faculties, there are almost the solution of every PYQ is available on the YouTube channels as well as on the our special classes. So now the data is available too much, and then later on it is very important to give the test series, as you said, because the test series gives you the actual feel of the GATE exam. I always tell the students that when you do any subject or do the PYQs or revise the notes, then all these things will make you test ready, not GATE ready. You can get GATE ready only when you give more and more test. So what many students did the mistake, they make the notes, they revise it, they do the PYQs, and then they directly give the GATE exam. And like you did initially, and that's why because of the less experience of giving the exam, we tend to make more mistakes. But when we give test, maybe every day, maybe alternate day, at least 30-40 tests in a month, or maybe in the journey of GATE, then that 30-40 test experience will help you to actually get a feel of the GATE exam, and then when you go to give the GATE exam, you feel comfortable because you have faced that type of environment before also. Also, one more thing, 3-hour exam is not an easy task to give, because if I say now that sit and study for 3 hours, it will be difficult for many of you to do a continuous revision of 3 hours or to do a continuous question practice for 3 hours, because 3-hour sitting habit many of you have not enabled in you. So giving the test series also helps you to develop this habit of sitting for 3 hours and solving continuous question one after the other. That habit is also very important, because 3 hours is not a small time, and for 3 hours you want your mind to run continuously and at a much higher level. And at the GATE exam, if 1 or 2 question goes wrong then we tend to feel some pressure. So with giving the test series, you can learn how to release that pressure and how to focus on the next question. So there are many benefits of giving the test series. So one should give the test series. Like the Preetham said, if 2 test series, that great. Otherwise, at least 1. But if you give the 2 test series, then that would be much great, because in this way you can have more tests to give, and you can also have the experience of different faculties, because behind every test series there were many minds. So let's say if you are giving 2 test series, then at least you are getting the experience of many faculties out there. So it's better. So let's say if you start in November or maybe December and every day you give the test, let's say you started on 1 December and every day you give the test, then still you can give 60-70 tests easily. So yeah, 50 plus test is always good enough to give to be GATE ready. And then in the GATE exam, obviously there are many strategies, and it is very important. One thing that Preetham said, never guess, because generally it happens in the competitive exam, guesses goes wrong. And you cannot predict the cutoff every year, because depending upon the paper to paper, every year cutoff is different. Like 2022 paper was much different. Nobody predicted. We haven't predicted that at a marks of 60, somebody gets a rank of 5. That is totally unpredictable.
True, sir.
So never predict. Like Preetham said that he was on 55 marks and then he attempted 2-3 guesses, and which gave a negative marking of 2.36. So that is a very good learning, that you cannot tell that if you did 60 marks questions and that nothing can happen with that. You cannot tell, because depending upon the paper, because this year paper was little bit difficult. Generally in the GATE exam, almost 85 to 90 marks paper is that if somebody had prepared, they can attempt. And non-attemptable paper is generally 10 to 15 marks only. But this year that non-attemptable paper is more. So that's why the cutoff drops. So never guess. That is a very big habit. So test series helps you to develop this habit also, because there are many questions in which there is a 90% confirmation that this can be true, but not 100%. So that is a benefit of doubt, that may be loss of doubt. So never guess in the GATE exam unless and until you are 100% sure, because if that guess goes wrong, then that negative marking can hurt you more.
Yes, sir. Like after 2 hours, I counted, sir. Like if I attempt a question, I know that it will be correct.
Yeah.
I attempted and I counted, like after 2 hours, I remember still. I was getting 54 marks, sir.
Okay.
So with what mindset I went inside the hall, I thought 70 marks without seeing the paper. That is a mistake I did.
Exactly.
Then if I would now not have attempted those negative 2 marks questions, today I would fall around 20 or 30 rank.
Top 30 easily, very easily.
And one more thing is that like there are many test series available in the market, sir. Like there are, I don't know how many are available, 10, 20, it may be. But I wrote only 2, sir. Only 2. In your test series, which is Super 30, I don't think that is this year, but it was last year, if I remember.
Last year, yes.
I had written every test of that. Every test except chemical technology.
Okay.
Every test I had written, sir. And you were giving 3 full tests or 4 full tests, if I remember. Those also I had written. It was until February 3rd or 4th. And the other test series which I had written, I wrote 42 tests in that, sir.
Okay.
These were not only full length tests, they were a mix of subject tests, maths,
Yes.
aptitude, all were. So overall you can tell I had written around 65 tests, sir.
65 tests. Yeah,
It was only in 40 days. But
that is what I'm saying. If 50 plus test is good enough to be gate ready.
And never in a test, I never got like above 70 or 80. I used to get, my best marks was 68, 69. I used to stop over there.
Okay.
And in worst cases, even I got 30s also, sir.
Okay.
39 or 38 also I used to get. But I used to read each and every question which I used to not get. And that helped in this year's paper, sir. If you see fluid mechanics paper this year, it was not just Bernoulli equation. You had to know where to apply the momentum equation.
Exactly.
Which direction you had to apply. If you had the direction sense only, you could do all the 5 questions. And those were the toughest questions in the test series, if you see.
Exactly. So generally in the test series we tend to leave the easy questions, and then we get the 70 odd marks, and then we tend to get happy. But
Yes, sir.
those 30 marks or those questions that you have not attempted or unable to attempt in the test series, we have to focus on that also, because that is our weak zone. So if we do practice for our weak zone also, then that becomes our strong zone. Because if we are leaving such type of questions in the gate, in the test series, then we can leave such type of questions in the gate also. Like yesterday, I'm interviewing the Vanapli. He is saying that whenever in the test series I got questions of paragraph or lengthy questions, I tend to leave. But in this GATE exam, there are many lengthy questions or paragraph questions, that came. So because of that, he got very less rank, because he haven't practiced in the test series how to attempt the lengthy questions. So test series is all about practicing the questions. Okay, so we should practice each and every question in the test series, so that each type of pattern becomes our comfortable zone. Whether it's a conceptual question, fact-based question, graphical question, numerical question, or paragraph question, we have to practice for each and every type of pattern, so that whenever in the GATE exam any type of pattern or question comes, we are comfortable in doing that.
Yes,
And,
sir. And
say.
And always, I would tell, sir, like that 30 marks which you had left, those are more important than the 70 marks.
Exactly.
I used to see only those 30 marks, sir. Like this was, like my father used to tell me,
Yeah.
what you did not get, you should do that. What you have got, you should leave it.
Exactly.
Because that you can do any day. What you have not got, those were important.
Exactly. So focus on whole 100 basically.
Yes, sir.
And that may be after seeing the solution. It's not a shame.
Yes,
let's
sir.
say you leave 30 marks. Obviously, it's okay. Close the test, see the solutions, and learn from them. Because sometimes we see from the concepts, and sometimes we learn from the questions only. So yeah, it is important to go for all 100 marks. All 65 questions are important.
Yes,
Any light on mathematics and aptitude? How you prepared, Preetham? Mathematics and
Sir,
aptitude part?
Aptitude, I used to do generally, sir. Like
Okay.
my friends were there who used to prepare for CAT, and I used to do the basic questions over there.
Okay.
That was the thing. And for maths, like there is one book which has all the PYQs of all the branches.
Yeah.
Last 15 to 16 years.
Yes.
From Pearson, there is a publication called Pearson. I did that book, sir.
Okay. So
That
basically
book I
doing
had
the
done.
questions from all the branches, and for the chemical it's more than enough.
Yes, sir. And
More
some part like probability distributions, I used to listen to some of the lectures in YouTube or anywhere I used to. That is the thing I did for maths, sir. But this year even maths questions were a bit tough.
Yeah.
The PDEs and all those things.
Exactly. So basically, maths and aptitude, guys, are very, very important. And in last week, I interviewed one of the student. He is right now in IIT Bombay doing the PhD, and he also got the PMRF scholarship. So he shared the experience with the students, and he told that while giving the GATE, he got 59 marks out of 72. That means 72, which is the technical part. So out of technical part, he got 59 marks. But in the rest of the 28, which is mathematics and aptitude, he just got 1 mark. So he didn't prepared for the mathematics and aptitude at all. He just gave his focus for the technical part only. And he shared this that with the technical, it is very, very important to do the non-technical, because that 28 marks has a greater importance. Because out of those 28, anything which is above 20 will be a good enough score. And if you get 20 plus in 28 in the non-technical, then your life becomes easier, because in that case from the technical, even if you get 45, your score can become 65 plus. And 65 plus is always a safer score, because you will be around 100 or maybe under 100 in any given time of GATE, whether it is 22 or 18, 19, 17, 16. The one who got 65 plus is always a safer score. Okay, so non-technical, yes guys, is very, very important. And like the Preetham said, for the mathematics, the chemical engineering mathematics GATE exam is not tough. The questions are very easy relatively. When you do the questions of other branches, you will see that our branch mathematics questions are much easier. And
very easier, sir.
And sometimes it also happens that question gets repeated from the other branches.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That one of the question came in, let's say 2015 in electrical, that question gets repeated in the chemical. Sometimes it also happens. So if you even do the PYQs of chemical, mechanical and civil, that will be, in my experience, that will be enough for you, because every year there are 7-8 questions. For 20 years there are almost 250 or 300 questions, and for 3 branches there are 1000 questions. So practicing 1000 questions actually practically is not possible. So even if you practice, let's say 20-30 questions daily for mathematics for 3-4 months, for 2 branch or 3 branch, that will be more than enough. Okay, and same guys with the aptitude. Okay, it is not compulsory. Again, it's my point of view, my experience of 10 years. My experience is that it is not important to do the aptitude lectures compulsorily. First of all, check whether your mind is aptitude mind or not. Because aptitude is not something that you have to learn from the watching lectures or reading books only. Maybe it happened that you are already an aptitude person. So first of all, check by solving the PYQs. Take out 5 years PYQs of chemical from last 5 years and solve them and check whether out of 15 are you getting 10 or not. If you are getting 10 or 10 plus, then already your aptitude is very good. You just need to be little more efficient on the areas where you are not getting the score. So watching the aptitude lecture is not compulsory if you are already getting around 10 or 10 plus. But if you are, let's say you are getting around 5 or less than 5, then that is a serious issue. Then you should go refer some book or refer some lectures. Otherwise, aptitude is a very easy subject. If you just practice then that will be enough. No need to go through the big books or big lectures. Like many teachers are teaching more than 200 hours lectures, 300 hours lectures on the aptitude. In my opinion, focus more on technical part, and for the aptitude, if you practice daily 20-30 questions or maybe PYQs only, like 10-year PYQs of chemical, mechanical, civil, enough questions are available from the aptitude part, and if you practice that only, aptitude as well as mathematics in the chemical engineering branch is easy. Anybody can score 20 plus out of 28 very easily if you have just the basic knowledge of both. Okay, so that is an easy part always. So Preetham, after getting rank of 64, like you said, you almost took 1 day to process that. And how is the feeling in your home, mummy, papa, parents, relatives, friends, college teachers, faculties? How's the feeling at that time?
Sir, like when I told I got 64, like it was around midnight, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I called my parents. They thought something has happened.
Yeah. Because midnight 2 is very serious.
I called them. I told, no, you also check once. If it is correct, you tell me. So like we were happy, sir. My parents were very happy, and it was a big thing because 6 months back my sister also got an IIT
Oh, that's great.
in BTech. So like my dad was happy,
Wow.
and everything was going good, sir.
That's
Then
great.
after that, the main mistake that time I did was I did not apply EIL.
Oh,
Although I would not get a call, that is a secondary question. I did not even apply, sir.
yeah.
I did not even apply BARC
Okay.
because BARC had just closed in 1 day before.
Okay.
This was something I felt very bad, sir, because I thought this much I am doing, it was for BARC. But after GATE exam, it was only on March 16th, then I realized that I can get into BARC.
Okay.
Because I would get a direct call, right, sir, at 64.
Yeah, direct call will be there.
Then I was thinking, now
So
what should I?
for the other PSUs, IOCL, etc. forms are out, huh?
Yes, sir. I applied for everything after that.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Then when NPCIL notification, then I told my guide in MTech. She also appreciated. She was also very happy.
Okay.
I think you know her, sir, from
the
IIT
name?
Delhi.
What's the name?
Professor Shalaka Gupta.
Oh, Shalaka. Oh, that's great.
So like I think you might know her.
Yeah. Very well.
Like I told her, like she was telling now what you're going to do. Like then after that, like 10 days I didn't do anything, sir.
Okay.
I was just roaming around all these things. Then I realized now I have to prepare for something. Then when NPCIL notification came, it was in April, sir. Then I thought, yes, this is my only possible best chance to get into DAE,
Yeah.
Department of Atomic Energy. And when I saw the vacancies as 49, I thought I have a fair chance. Because
Exactly.
I thought I will get a call, sir. Although it was 3 years GATE score, I thought I'll get a GATE call. Call from NPCIL, and then I started reading all the subjects, sir. As I told, from thermo, and one more subject. What is that, sir? I read Senjal and Bowles.
Okay.
This time I made a new note, sir. Again, it was only for Senjal and Bowles.
Okay.
And not only notes, again I solved the problems from Senjal and Bowles. Then CRE, I read the Octave Levent PL. The 5 subjects I had made them ready, sir.
Okay.
And for me, I knew that you also told many times, sir. Any faculty of chemical engineering will tell, BARC exam, if you are going to prepare, you can crack 90% of the times any PSU interview. So
Exactly.
I had made up my mind. I was preparing in that way, sir. And I had a couple of friends in my MTech classmates. They were also very helpful. We used to have hours and hours of discussion on why this is like this, why this boundary layer is like this, why not like that. We used to have, and I had prepared in this manner, sir.
Okay.
In
How's
this,
your NPCIL bar interview experience?
when I got the call letter for NPCIL, then
Yeah.
I had consulted my seniors, sir.
Okay.
I knew how the interview would be. Like they'll ask you 5 subjects. Then they according to them, they said, "Arey, you have to withstand that 1 hour, and they are going to see everything in you.
Exactly.
They are going to see everything in you." Like I went into the NPCIL interview, like I was very scared, sir.
Okay.
Because like many people who came out from there, they were telling, they are asking turbines, all these things.
Okay.
That I went into the interview like that only, sir. I went from Hyderabad to Bombay. My interview of NPCIL was on the last day, if I remember.
Last day. Okay.
25th of June it was.
Okay.
In Mayur Guest House, Bombay. Then even by that time you had released some of the sessions with other guys
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes.
Then I thought, okay, like we have got a call, we'll go and we'll try and give our best. Let it happen, what will happen. Then that had happened, sir. I went, they asked me the subjects, and now also I tell like I had made up my mind like thermodynamics will be my last subject,
Okay. Okay.
and mass transfer will be my fourth subject,
Okay. Okay.
because there were some parts which I thought they might ask
Hmm.
from there. Then I kept the subjects as CRE, fluid mechanics, heat transfer, then it was mass, then it was thermo, sir. This was my order.
Hmm.
Then there was a panel of 6 members with 2 ladies and 4 gentlemen. The chairman was a gentleman, and I think one of the lady was a doctor or psychologist, whatever you
Okay.
call.
Okay.
That is my guess, sir. I don't know.
Okay.
So the interview went for around 47 minutes.
Okay.
It was after lunch. I had to wait from morning till then. Then after the interview, I thought, no, this is not going to happen.
What questions are asked in the interview?
I'll tell you, sir. As I started from CRE, they told, do you know Arrhenius equation? That was the first question. Then they asked, okay, अब reaction हो रहा है, इसके लिए क्या condition चाहिए आपको? Then I gave a very straightforward answer, sir, check the change in Gibbs free energy. Then they went deep into that. Then they said, what are the other factors? Explain collision theory, explain transition state theory, all these things, sir. The main thing that helped me over here was the transition state theory was which I had done in my project, sir.
Oh,
My project was
Okay.
related to molecular simulations.
Okay. Okay.
That had helped me over here because my guide taught me all those things in a very good manner.
Okay. Okay.
That knowledge helped me. Then he asked, I'm going to increase the temperature, what is going to happen for K? I told, sir, anyway it will increase. So I told, no, you are wrong, all these things. They try to confuse, sir.
Okay.
Like they are also testing you basically. It's not their intention to tell that you are wrong, but they are trying to test you. Then they went deeper into Arrhenius theory, all these theories, sir. Then in CRE they asked me what is RTD, just the definition. I had prepared from NPTIL, I knew what was RTD, all these things I had explained. Then it was FM, sir. They asked me, there is a, I'm on the 30th floor, I want to take the water from down to top, what will you do? So I told, sir, pump you take, what can you do more? So I told, you're wrong. Then why, sir, I asked, he said, did you ask me the head? So he told me, how will you calculate the head? Everything I had explained, sir. Like take the bends, take the turns, apply the equations over there, here, calculate the head, calculate the friction losses. All these things I had explained. Then he asked me in pumps, okay, I'll give you a pump. If I keep on the 5th floor, what will happen? Can I do that? So I told, no, sir. If vapor pressure, if it falls down over there, then NPSH concept comes into picture. All these things you had to see. They were satisfied with that, sir. Then they asked me, come on, tell me all the parameters of the pump. Then I said, sir, head versus flow rate you do. Then you take the NPSH, then the power required. Then they told me to draw the affinity curves. All these things they had told me, sir. Then I drew all these things. Then they asked me, if there is a pump of only 5 meters head, can you do this? I knew the answer, sir. If we take it in series, we can do it. This is something we do in CRE, putting the reactors in series to increase the conversion. But there, somehow I couldn't tell, sir.
Okay. Okay.
This was in FM. Then they asked me, चलो पानी जा रहा है पाइप में, अब कैसे नापोगे इसको? So I told, sir, flow meter है नापने के लिए. They asked me different types of flow meters. I told mass flow meter, Coriolis flow meter. Then what is a differential head flow meter? They asked me what is Venturi, what is orifice. All these I had explained. I was doing it fast. Then they asked me only explain orifice meter, what is the principle. There the mistake I did was the manometer reading, it should be down over here, right, sir, when it is flowing in this way. I drew it the reverse. They caught me over there. Then then spontaneously I had taken that and I had corrected their FM ended, sir. Then they moved to heat transfer. In heat transfer they asked me what is the definition of heat transfer. I messed up that definition, sir.
Okay.
Because like 40 till then I was standing 40 minutes, like 35 minutes, and I was sweating like anything because Bombay is very humid.
Very
Then I messed up that question, sir. Then they said, "Arey, do you know heat transfer? You don't know the definition itself." Then they went deeper. Then they asked what is constant heat flux condition, what is constant temperature condition, wall temperature condition. Draw the graphs. All these things I had drawn, sir. Then they asked me one more question, like water is going from sump to pump. Why don't you call that as mass transfer? This you had told in one of the lectures, but that did not strike for me at that time.
Okay.
Why? Like this, the interview had ended, and they asked me about my MTech project. I told them everything, like in 1 minute, sir. That was a very short thing. Then they asked me why not PhD. I told that, sir, if I get DAE, I'm going to join over here only. I told them bluntly, sir, on the face, because that was the thing I was trying. So, like that interview went, and I was not happy, sir, because easy questions I had messed up. Heat transfer definition I messed up, and in fluid mechanics, some question I could not answer, sir, in between that. Take the pumps in series.
Yeah.
Mainly I can tell they asked me from the first 3 subjects. In mass they did not touch me, only that question they asked me at last, and thermo they did not ask me any question. One question they asked at the last was, "Chalo, how will you differentiate between sensible heating and latent heat?"
Latent heat.
So I told manifestation with respect to kinetic energy is sensible heating. Because I had learned molecular thermodynamics, that gave me an edge over in the interviews, because I knew. And latent heating, what will happen? The potential bonds will break. The breaking of the bonds will take place, and kinetic energy will not play a role over there. So temperature will not increase. So this was the end, and I went to new bachelor's hostel, and I came back.
So
That was-
basically, after the interview, the expectations were not high enough.
Yes, sir, because when you mess up the basic definitions, sometimes that will be a very bad impact on our part, right? Then I thought, okay, we can try for. I messaged you, sir. IOCL aega ya nahi, if you remember. In Telegram or somewhere I had messaged you, sir. So you told, yeah, you will get in YouTube live, if I remember, when IOCL notification came. Then MRPL notification came, you told MRPL we don't know because there are only 10 vacancies for general. So MRPL also I got a call. IOCL mostly I might get the call. So this was the thing, sir. Then like this week, from Monday I was having tension. If Tuesday I think the BARC results came, right?
Yeah.
Then I was asking my mother, like, anything will happen or not? Like my mother was telling me from the last Thursday itself.
Yeah.
Before your joining is before your joining is there somewhere, you are going to get it.
Oh.
I told, no, this is not going to happen because I messed up the interview. I told her like that.
Yeah.
Then on Thursday, like my senior messaged me, he told he has got an he did not get NPCIL, he did not clear it.
Oh, okay.
So he told me to check. I checked and it was 78 marks.
Yeah.
Then it happened. In that joy, I fell down because it was raining over here.
Okay.
I had a light side strain. Then like it took me
How's the feeling right now? Now after the GATE, you also got the job, and this is not even a job. We can say it's the dream come true. You're gonna be a scientist over there. So how's the feeling right now in the family, you, everybody?
Sir, like I am satisfied, sir, because I had tried for BARC. Okay, if it's not BARC, it's a sister company of it, right?
Yeah.
Sir? Yeah, due to my mistakes, I could not give BARC, but this I had given. And it was my first PSC interview, sir. I did not even get a call till last year. This was my first call, and this is the interview I had got, and I was very happy, sir.
After this, whatever the interviews you will face, all of them will be relatively very easy because BARC and NPCIL have the toughest interview, obviously. And these are the two interviews in which they focus on interview only. They don't focus on the marks or the rank that you have.
Yes, sir.
Like many students who are not even having good ranks, but still they are selected. and many of the students who are having good rank, they are not selected. So in the interview, they see interview only. And in many sessions, I told students that in the BAC and the NPCIL, they generally not focus on what answers you give. They generally focus on how you are giving those answers, what is your thought process behind that. Whenever they give any situation or give any question of doing something, profile and etc., how you are approaching that question, that approach matters, because ultimately the work in the DAE is related to that only, where you many times you have to improvise and your approach becomes very, very important. So nobody can know what will happen after the interview.
Yes, sir. And the committee members, like,
yeah,
they will try to cool you down only, sir.
Cool you down only, exactly.
Because
very
when you are getting tensed, they will only tell you, don't get tensed. Like, that is also an indication that you are getting tensed. That will also help you a lot, sir. Like, they are officers, but they are, the interview is like a conversation, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a conversation, that's it. So it was a good experience, but yes, sir, I thought I was not sad, like I was half-hearted. And you know, like, it's 1:12 ratio, so what will happen, we don't know.
Exactly, but again, yeah, getting selected, secured job, it's a very, very big thing. And as I just told yesterday also in the session, that NPCIL is basically fulfilling the energy needs of the country, and in the coming 3 to 4 years there will be 5 more nuclear power plants will get set up, and the main focus of the Indian government is to make electricity green from the green channel, and nuclear fuel is considered a green fuel, because from the coal right now we are producing the electricity, almost 70% electricity we are producing in the coal, so that have much carbon footprint. So globally it is very, very important to produce the energy from the nuclear fuel, and NPCIL is progressing in that direction only. So yes, right now, like this year we have 49 vacancies, and similarly in the coming 2 to 3 years also, to all the students who are watching this session, let me tell you, there will be many vacancies for the NPCIL, because those 5 nuclear power plants that NPCIL is gonna set up, NPCIL need manpower to run them, and that manpower cannot be fresh manpower, that manpower have to be trained. So basically it takes 2 to 3 years for a person to at least get the basic training. So that's why in the coming 2 years or 3 years you will see more recruitments from the DAE, especially from the NPCIL, because the commitment of the Indian government in the 2025 and 2030 is to reduce the carbon footprint to a much greater extent. So that can be done only when we produce the electricity by the green channel, that may be the hydroelectric power or nuclear power and something else. So it is very, very important. NPCIL in future will become very, very important, because it will be the energy provider, electricity provider in the whole country, and the students like Preetham will be the, you can say, the main channel behind that, main power behind that, जो कि important work करेंगे वहाँ पे. And also after the NPCIL, still because of the good rank of 64, you may get many PSU calls. So I just want to say that you are selected in the NPSL, but still give the interviews, okay, whether it's the interview of IOCL or ONGC or something else, give the interview, because having the experience is very, very important, and having the opportunities in your hand is very, very important. Let's say you have 3-4 offer letters now, that IOCL is also calling you, ONGC also calling you, NPCIL also calling you, then that is again a very different feeling. Like getting double-digit rank is a good feeling, then getting selection from the NPCIL is a good feeling, then the third good feeling is more than one offer letter in your hand.
Yes.
Of different PSUs, and these are good challenges to have in the life. Which one to join? Very good challenge. It's a dream challenge that everybody wants, and that can be done, because this year, there is heavy recruitment, I would say. There are a lot of notifications, like recently RCFL notification will gonna come, and basic notification is out, and soon they will release the detailed notification. So lot of jobs this year for chemical, and that will continue in the coming 2 to 3 years also. So those who are watching this session, I would just say that follow the advice what the Preetham said, whether it's the continuity in the revision or PYQ's importance, test series importance, or the virtual calculator importance, or the experience that he shared, like never guess, focus on the GATE exam, 3-hour sitting habits, lot of things he shared in the session. So if you guys focus on all those things now, then you can get good rank this year only. No need to go for 23, 24, and if it is possible in 23, then why to go for 24 or 25?
Yes.
Because as early as you give, as early as you get the success, economically also that will be beneficial. Because if you drop 1 year and go for 24, then you will be having a loss of 18 lakh CTC. Because anywhere any PSU you will join now, so almost 18 lakh CTC you will get. So if you join next year, there will be a virtual loss of 18 lakh. And also the 1 year of experience you will promote it 1 year later in your journey. So why to delay when it can happen today only? So still it is 16th of July only. You have 7 months to go. And let me tell you, 7 months is a good enough time to prepare for any exam. And GATE Chemical Engineering exam is a much easier exam. If you start from today only, if you haven't done anything, and if you start from today only, you can easily get a good rank in the GATE. But those 7 months have to be 7 months. Don't take off or holidays in your preparation. Let's say that Diwali is coming, the Shara is coming, you are just going for weekly holiday or 10 days holiday. Don't do that. 7 months means 7 months. Each and every day prepare. You prepare for 12 hours a day, or maybe someday 4 hours a day only, but prepare every day. Don't leave any single day. Okay, like in the cricket it is always said na, in T20 there should not be a dot ball. Whether you take a single or double or boundary, but don't do a dot ball. The dot ball is a crime. So in the GATE preparation also, dot day is a crime. There should not be any dot day. If you prepare 4 hours a day, that's okay, because in some day you are more motivated, in some other day you are less motivated. The preparation graph is generally sinusoidal. It cannot be step or ramp always. That's understandable. But having a dot day is not understandable. So be continuous in your preparation. Focus on your preparation. Be honest with your preparation. Nobody is watching, but you are only watching your preparation. And sessions like this are conducted just to inspire you or motivate you, because if somebody can get, like Preetham, who is not having any background of coaching, not having any mentor who is there side by side him mentoring and guiding, just own by own, self-study, YouTube lectures, books, Sengel and Bowles, McCabe Smith, Neptel lectures. It's just the motivation inside that he prepared for the 3 years and finally got the dream job basically, because he prepared for the BAC and finally he is in DAE. So dream do come true, but you have to just run after them. And like he said that this year, due to he fell ill, he BARC का form भी नहीं भर पाए थे. Last year he couldn't able to fill the form of BARC, and this year also you are not even going to the GATE exam. Your father said just go and give the GATE exam. You don't know what can happen. So dream do come true. You have to just fight for it. And if you are continuous, you can revise continuity, give the test series and follow each and everything that I am saying or the topper is saying, then you can be topper tomorrow. And maybe next year I'm interviewing you and you are sharing your experience to somebody else, and those are benefiting from your advice. So anything can happen, guys. And I just believe is the main thing, because what happens sometimes the student prepares, but there is no belief in him. That yes, I'm preparing, but I don't know whether I can get a good rank or not. I'm preparing, but again I'm thinking that if that happens, what I will do. If GATE exam I didn't able to solve any question, what I will do. So without any thinking about the result, just focus on your preparation and have belief. Because every year hundreds of students are cracking the GATE and they do not have very brilliant background. है ना. Many of them have very average background of studying, like 70-80% या 60% only in the BTech or 12th, but still they crack GATE with a double digit to single digit rank. So students with very average background crack GATE every year just because they have believe in them and believe in their preparation. Okay, so you also just have belief in them, in yourself, believe in your preparation. If others can do it, you can also do it. So Preetham, any other last advice for the students you want to give?
Sir, like my advice would be either you believe yourself or be in a stage like if he is following you, like believe whatever Ankur Bansal sir will tell, or any other educator you are feeling, you are listening, believe him. Like don't listen to your don't listen to 5-6 people. That would be my advice, sir. Either go by your heart or believe one person.
Exactly.
If you think he is true.
That is a very, very good advice, because everybody has different strategy for success. So don't be a mixture of all. Just follow either your way of success or somebody else's way of success, and you will be successful. Okay, there is one student, Sudhir Kumar. He is asking that, sir, how did you select your journey of life after graduation? Like, I am in last year of my bachelor's degree, so I am confused that what should I go for, job or for masters. So basically his question is, after the BTech he should go for job or he should go for masters.
Sir, like that completely depends on our choice, sir. Like
Exactly.
I wanted an IIT degree, sir. Because in 12th I did not do good, like I did not get a good rank, and I couldn't even go near the gate of an IIT. But when I started my GATE preparation, I thought I should go to some IIT. Then after I went into an IIT, it was like I want IIT Bombay. Like it totally depends on you and on your conviction, sir, I would tell.
In my opinion, Sudhir, if you wanting my opinion, then I am always a supporter of masters, because I also did my masters from IIT Delhi, and I learned that in those 2 years now magic can happen, because your personality can change, but you have to be involved in the master first of all. So doing a master is always a better idea if you involve in those 2 years, because just living the masters like you lived in the BTech will not serve the purpose. You have to fully involved in the project. Okay, make new contacts, make contacts with the seniors, make contacts with the professors, because in IIT, whether it's the faculty or the students, everybody is the cream of India, and they are the most I can say the highly intellectual people who studies in the IIT. So everybody is a success over there, and in their future everybody will be at some good places. So you can build a good network over there, and it is always said that your network is your net worth. So if you want to increase your net worth, you have to build a good network, and building a good network can happen only in good colleges or good companies. Okay,
sir, and one more thing I would like to tell is that, like, don't listen to somebody like if you your people do MTech only if they don't get a job. Like this is the main misconception many of us have, sir.
Exactly.
And I should tell that, see, sir, I studied in my MTech molecular thermodynamics. Anywhere in BTech it is there, sir. It helped me in my interview. My project helped me in my interview. Like never think. And only it was in MTech where I had 2 friends where I could get my doubts clarified, because I am not the one who's going to know everything. They are not the ones who's going to know everything. It was through knowledge transfer that helped me. I don't tell that I am the very perfect guy in fluid mechanics or something, but when I see myself when I was there in BTech and after MTech, like I can feel the difference.
Yeah.
It was because I met new people. You get to interact with the faculty more in the IITs, sir.
Exactly. Very much.
Like never have the preconceived mind that no, those who don't get job only go for MTech. That is very wrong, sir.
Bilkul. Exactly. Instead, those who have good ranks many of them prefer good IITs, and many of them can build a much better career after doing the masters and PhD. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing the masters is always a better option, and having a tag of IIT na, it's something very special. Okay, so if anybody who earned that tag help later on in the life also, है ना?
Yes, sir. And never in my BTech I had a friend where we used to have technical discussions for hours, sir.
Exactly.
Only it was when I went into an IIT.
Exactly.
So that change you can see, sir.
Exactly.
That's what I am trying to tell.
And also one thing Preetham, I also tell to my students many times that this tag of IIT also help in one more thing. Like I'm now telling you also what is the benefit. That's later on after 10-20 years, okay, when you can start your own family and your son or daughter is studying somewhere, you can tell your children that your father is an IITian, don't ruin the image.
Yes, sir.
Go and study in a better way because you have to do something. So you represent as an basically you become an example for them. Okay, that, and they also proudly can say that yeah, my father is an IIT. Like currently also those who are watching live, if your father or mother is doctor, teacher, lecturer, professor, scientist, or working in PSU, you also proudly say na, my father is that, my mother is that. So let's say if you become an IITian, your children can also say na, that my father did the masters from there and he is now working there. So in that also it helps, the tag helps everywhere, because I can feel now, I have my daughter of 2 years, so I can feel that later on I can at least tell, please study. Your father is a teacher.
Yes,
and yeah, that helps in the personality building also, and lot of things. And also the opportunities in terms of job of core and non-core both, because doing a job of let's say 4-5 lakh CTC and comparing it with the 2 years masters with an IIT, then I will select 2 years master with an IIT, because
yes,
you can almost double or triple your CTC after.
IIT will open many options, sir. As I said,
options.
Machine learning, if that is depending on your interest, sir. I was mainly interested in code, so I took this path.
Exactly. Okay, there is one student, Rocky. He is asking, sir, in MTechs, do students planning to go in non-core sectors have to compete with BTech students too, or simply with the MTech student?
Yes, sir. It depends on the company which you are going to choose.
Exactly.
Sir, suppose there is a company called Google or Microsoft. Obviously, you have to compete with the best in IITs.
Best in IIT, exactly.
Best in, leave about BTechs. You have to compete with the MTech CS guys.
Yeah, bilkul.
Like if that is your motivation, you have to compete with them. If your motivation is, like generally the IIT placement season is in the December first 2 weeks. That's when all the BTechs and all the circuit branches gets placed. Then after that also there is an influx of companies. Like after that, there are many companies, sir. There are hundreds of companies who take just walk-ins. So they are going to test your skill. Your skill in the sense they know that these IITian people will read.
Yeah.
So they are going to test your basics, how you communicate with them. These are the things you have to concentrate, sir, more. And if you are a dreamer of a big job like Apple or Google, obviously the competition is very high. That is there in any IIT, not only IIT Hyderabad, Bombay, Kharagpur, anywhere. That is the thing. And core, you can tell that relatively over here, at least in IIT Hyderabad, it is among your MTechs.
Exactly. And there is one advice from my side also to all the students who are doing MTech or who are starting their journey of MTech in the next month, that when you join the college now, have build contacts with the seniors. That is very, very important. I saw some of the students just live by themselves or just make friends in their own class bus, but they don't interact with the seniors. It is very, very important to interact with the seniors, because your seniors are the ones who will face the placement season or will face the interviews this year only. Let's say you are in the first year, and there are 4 to 5 seniors who are in contact of you. They will face interview this year. So be in the interaction. This can help you to get to know what type of companies comes in the college, what type of exams they generally take, what type of written exam, or let's say the GD or GT, or the interview questions they generally ask. Okay, you will get to know all those things. So that means you will have whole 1 year to prepare that. But let's say you didn't do such things, then next year you have to face the interview directly. You do not have that type of practice or that amount of practice, then there are less chances to get selected. But if you are well prepared 1 year ahead, 1 year before, then the chances will increase. So even if you have to compete, then you can prepare 1 year before. So be interactive with everyone, especially with the seniors, and make notes that what type of companies are coming in the campus, what type of exams they are taking, what type of interview questions are there, and start preparing them right now in the this year December only. So this will give very much boost to your chances of getting selected, because every IIT scenario is different. Okay, companies come in every IIT, but different companies come, and there is different procedure to get selected. In some companies, let's say only the pointers are get noticed and high pointers guys get selected. In some other companies there may be criteria something different. So make a note of it and start preparing accordingly. Let's say if some companies prefer some certifications, then you have whole 1 year to do that type of certification, so that you will be eligible for that. Okay, so be clear about where you want to go, in which sector you want to apply, and then get to know the companies that are coming in that sector and what they demand. If you get to know the demand of the recruiter, and if you prepare accordingly, then you will be the best choice for them, and they will obviously choose the best choice. If they have hundreds of options to choose, they will choose the best one according to their need. And if you prepare yourself according to their need, you will obviously get selected. So that's the advice from my side. If you follow this, your chance of getting selected will increase obviously. Okay, there is one student, Rocky, again. If you get selected in other PSUs like IOCL, MRPL, ONGC, then would you continue with the NPCIL? That's the personal decision, I guess. We should not discuss that on this channel. That's the personal decision of everybody, and everybody obviously thinks about his or her career and then decide whether to go there or not. So we should not discuss it over here. Aditya, have you published research paper during the BTech MTech? If yes, then please share your experience. So Preetham,
No,
have you launched a research paper, anything?
In BTech, I did not publish a research paper, sir.
Okay.
But I had published, I had given a paper in SCHEMCon.
Okay.
That's a student conference, you might be knowing it.
Yeah.
In MTech, my research paper is under preparation, because it takes time, sir.
Obviously. So right now your MTech is about to over, I guess.
My MTech has finished. On
defense is done.
Defense is done, sir, before NPCIL interview only.
Okay, that's good.
The manuscript is under preparation.
Okay, there is one more student, Das. Sir, please, what are the known core opportunities at IIT Hyderabad if we take AIML electives? Then what are the number of opportunities and package?
Sir, package, I will not be able to tell it over here, because that is something confidential as IIT maintains. But options wise, I can tell you, sky is the limit, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Because IIT Hyderabad is situated at such a place where there are hundreds and thousands of companies.
Key place.
Because I am a resident of Hyderabad, I know, sir. Like how the software hub is built over here.
Exactly.
So it's like prepare well for your skills, then getting a job is just a matter of passing the interview itself.
Exactly.
That's it.
So just prepare, Das. Just prepare with 100% honesty. That's what I said. And
like
yes,
decide what is your domain. In like you want to go into data science or you want to go into machine learning.
Yeah.
Have a picture on that, and every sort of company will come not only to IIT Hyderabad but to other IITs also. But here it is a bit more.
I still know that during my batch, my senior batch and my junior batch, almost 100% student gets placed, but nobody's joined because in off campus they got much better offers.
Yes, sir, they do that. They start trading the offers if it's non-core, because
Yeah.
core you don't have that option, because everybody knows, sir. Non-core, if you have an option over here, you apply off campus, because off campus you'll get a lot of placements.
Exactly.
You can play with the offer. Over here you have 10 lakhs, you ask them 20 lakhs, take that offer and go to other guys and take 30 lakhs. That's happens, sir. That's an open thing.
Yeah. So that's what I want to say to students, guys. Don't just rely on on-campus companies. If you do masters from IIT, then there is a hub of opportunities waiting outside also. You can even apply off campus, because now you have that type of skill and you have a tag, and let me tell you that tag helps a lot. Okay. And also your professor may have many connections out there. So if you do the project seriously and you have a good relation with the professor, your professor can do a lot of things for you also. So IIT mein to it's must do. Okay, there is one student, Naveen. Can you tell about your MTech project or thesis? What are the research going on at IIT currently? He is basically interested in knowing that what topics are discussed in IIT Hyderabad on research. What are good research areas in IIT Hyderabad?
Yes, sir. IIT Hyderabad, you have research areas, like there is a lot of research going on the biological protein synthesis, all these things. That is one area. You have rheology, directly related to chemical engineering. Like these are all the research areas I'm telling in chemical engineering, sir. There is a study related to CFD also. Like there is a bunch of professors, sir. If you are also from an IIT, you know that.
Yeah.
Like there is a bunch of professors who are working on molecular modeling and simulations. There are a bunch of professors who are directly related to preparation of catalyst. Like if you can go through the website of IIT Hyderabad, you'll find the better answer over there than me answering it over here. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like these are the 4 or 5 broad areas where professors are working, and it's a very good experience, sir. IIT Hyderabad is a very good experience, although it's a very new IIT also.
So Naveen, if you want to know more about IIT Hyderabad, you can search on the same YouTube channel Planet Gate, type IIT Hyderabad Ankur Bansal. There is almost 1.5 hour session I took on IIT Hyderabad only, where I discussed about IIT Hyderabad in detail, when it started, what is its rank, what are the research areas, what are the main faculties, what is the cutoff, package, placements. In detail I discussed each and everything. So you can see that session and you can get to know all the researches that is going on there. Okay, there is one more student, Swapnajit, and he is saying that he got an offer on NPCIL. Also, he has an offer of Reliance. So he's asking, should I join NPCIL or Reliance?
Sir, my choice would be NPCIL.
Okay, that's a tough decision. But let me tell you, Swapnajit, NPCIL is future and Reliance petroleum sector is present. Because petroleum sector, if you just listened one interview of Gadkari sir recently, he told that in the coming 5 years we will not be using the crude oil for the liquid fuels. If you have just watched that interview, though if he is saying something, that there must be some background behind that, and that in coming 5 years he is saying that we won't be using crude oil. So may not be exact 100%, but we will be reducing our requirement on the crude oil. Okay, so if you are talking about the Reliance petroleum sector, petrochemical sector, then that is present. And let me tell you, I remembered one interview of Mr. Mukesh Ambani also. He told that by 2035 his company will be complete green. Okay, means all the businesses in the sector where the carbon gets generated, he will close that sector and move on to the new domain. Okay, so NPCIL is future and Reliance petroleum sector is present. So in my opinion, as per the trends going on globally, you should join NPCIL. Okay, so that is my advice. Okay, So great session, Preetham, great session. It is great to talk with you about the experience in the BTech, then GATE journey, and lot of discussion about the IIT Hyderabad MTech. I hope lot of students will get benefited because this year many students admitted there. And again, we talked about the NPCIL interview, the rank experience and everything. So it was great to know everything, and I hope that students who are seeking answers in the session, they got all their answers, and the students who are seeking inspiration and motivation, they got the required motivation and inspiration. So once again, Preetham, congratulations for the rank as well as for the selection, and we will wish you all the best in the future also, and many more offers will come in your way. We'll just wish you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this chance once more. Yes, sir.
Thank you.